right, boys, I hate to say it, but this is probably the final top 10 wide receiver list of Madden 24. I also just got, or we got a new wide receiver yesterday as well, so I wanted to update this at least one more time. There's a lot of new cards on here as well. The last time I did it, I think, was 15 days ago, and it's obviously a position that gets super upgrades, especially with the bottleneck meta. I had to go ahead and update it for you guys. But if you guys enjoy top 10s, I'm going to be doing them in Madden 25 as well, so make sure to hit that like, hit the subscribe, and let's just jump into number 10 here. If you are looking for cheap, fast Madden coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, head over to my sponsor, EasyMut, and use code SHOE for 5% off your order. The link is in the description. So at number 10, we got Herman Moore, and this was obviously a card that was insane at the time he came out, but he fell out the top 10, but he keeps finding himself way back in here, and that's because he has a built-in X factor that cancels out the current meta, or the current endgame meta in the game, and that max security right there already on his card is, I wouldn't say it's a 100% counter, but it's like a 50-50. It at least helps you, so they can't just cover zero you and just send everybody at you all game long. But having 99 speed, basically, I always think 98, 99, whatever, you're there, right? 6'4", he's very good. He's very good, especially when you can look at he gets route tech and also evasive or jukebox for 1 AP. I like that stack a lot. I think you definitely need route tech with how good man is. Even with the max security, you definitely want to overpay for it, but that is the only reason why he's down there, is because every other person on this list that gets that stack gets it for 0, right? At number 9, we got our first Vanguard guy on the list, and I really do believe this is a guy that could be much higher on depending what scheme you run, right? If you're a runner, obviously Victor Cruz is a top 3, top 4 wide receiver for you in the game. That is hard to do in a list like this, because when it comes to a passer, he's not very good against the current meta, because if you run against the bottleneck guy and you have to pass the ball, he has no X factor that will help him against it. That is his only problem. But having Vanguard is so important for the runners. I know it's like one of the most toxic abilities ever in MUT history, but it is there. It's very good. I even have it on some of my linemen. I have it on my tight end. It's amazing. And then on top of that, you can get these two, or you can go ahead and get tank and route tech. Whatever you want on him, Victor Cruz is going to be an amazing card. But like I said, I can't rank him any higher because he's just not very good in the pass if you do run into that meta bottleneck, which, like I said, I play at least 50% of my games, I would say. Number 8, we got Montez Sweat, and I had to go to the auction house because he's actually, look, you can see, I can't see his abilities. He's not in the catalog for some reason, but I know what abilities he has. He's another guy just like Victor Cruz who also gets Vanguard. I will say the only negative about him is that he can't juke at 260 pounds, but he is 6'6", and jurtling with this card is amazing. If you've watched me, I used him for a little bit before I got these super endgame wide receivers, and he was insane. He was pancaking everybody, and jurtling after one catch, you can really get a crazy play all the way. It's a little risky because you could fumble on it, but Montez Sweat, I think him and Victor Cruz are very interchangeable. They're both Vanguard guys, but the one thing, like I said, no X factor that helps him against that bottleneck. But I still think against normal players, and also if you can continue to run the ball very good, he's insane, man. You get that route tech, jukebox, and also I believe Vanguard for 1 AP. Must have, I think. Number 7, I got Marvin, and I really did think Marvin was going to be the best wide receiver in the game for a while. I thought he was going to be the best wide receiver for the rest of the year, but like I said, this card, when I first did my top 10 wide receivers, when I first did the gameplay on him, there was no bottlenecks. I think they came out literally that weekend. I think it was like the first weekend when we started getting like Revis was already out, but then I think we got Asante Samuel, and people started saying like, oh wait, this is actually broken. And then Marvin, although he's 99, literally everything, 6'4", built in the 3 best wide receiver abilities in the game, his X factors, none of these counter bottleneck. You need either rack him up, max security, or double me, and he doesn't have any of them. So he has a hard time against them, but if you play any normal player, and that's the reason why I have to include him up here, I think this card is insane. He's, like I said, he'd be probably the best wide receiver in the game if we didn't have that stupid meta, man. But if you know how to beat it, if you're really good against it, you could go get away with having one wide receiver, and once they get out of it, man, he's him. He's arguably top 5 when you're playing non-bottlenecks. At number 6, I got my guy, Cedarian Lamb. I think this guy is amazing. If you guys have watched my lineup updates, he's been on my team since the day he's came out. I love CD Lamb in Madden. He feels like a small guy, but he's 6'2". He gets the Tyreek Hill animations where this dude falls to the ground, never gets KO'd, and I've proven it so many times in videos why I still keep him. He's still so good, man. 99 speed, 6'2", plays like he's 5'11" while still having the height. Built-in route tech, but the thing I like about him is that he does get double me, which helps so much. And that's why you're seeing CD Lamb out there on so many people's teams, because he's one of the cheaper options, and he also does help against the current meta. And then on top of that, yeah, you can get literally every ability in the game, man. He's insane. CD Lamb's got to be on the squad, man, especially if you're dealing with the man meta. Number 5, it's a free card. Yes, a free card. They gave us an amazing card that, thank God, they gave this to people because a lot of these wide receivers aren't very cheap. And if you're running into that meta, it's very unfortunate, but he actually does help against it. He is 6'1", 98 speed, so a little bit worse than CD there, but he does get rack him up right here. And then also on top of that, a bunch of 0 APs. I think you could actually... I don't even know why, but now that I'm looking at it, you could definitely argue him above CD. I don't know what it is. I think this guy is also amazing. He gets every single theme team. They're very interchangeable. I don't know. Now that I'm looking back on it, they're very interchangeable. I run them both. They're both amazing. They're basically the exact same card because I like to say 99 speed is very easily achievable right now in the game. And he has the built-in ability to help you, and he gets everything else for 0. I guess if you value team chem, he's up, but him and CD Lamb are basically equal cards. And at number 4, he was actually wide receiver 1 on my last list. That's how good the wide receivers have gotten. This was literally like 14, 15 days ago, and we've gotten 3 people above him now. Now falling down to 4, he's still amazing. He's who I chose in my rookie mirror. A lot of you guys probably should choose him with your rookie mirror. He is super fun to use as well. He has the built-in double me to counter the meta. 6'3", too, so great height on him. 99 speed, great everywhere statistically. And then on top of that, just 0 APs across the board. You can get your route tech, you can get literally everything. Literally everything. Your jukebox, your route tech, your evasive. Roma Dunze, amazing, dude. I love this card. I'm super excited for him to be in Madden 24 as well, because as you know, or Madden 25, because as you know, if you do your RPs when you get this card, you could also choose him there, and he's probably gonna be like in, I don't know, anywhere from an 85 to 87 on day 1. It's gonna be awesome. And at number 3, we got Chris Olave. Chris Olave is insane. He is absolutely insane in the game. Look at his built-in abilities. Do I need to say any more, dude? He has double me and also yak him up. I will say yak him up kind of, it's kind of mid now because there's tackle supremes literally everywhere on the field. But nonetheless, just having double me alone built in is amazing. And then on top of that, literally so many 0 APs on the Red Zone Royale cards. I know you don't need all these because like these abilities are all garbage right now, but you can go ahead and get your route tech, your jukeboxes. I don't know if he gets tanked, but that would be also super, super cool. Chris Olave is insane. I think yak him up is, like I said, not as valuable, but it's still there. There's a couple players on my defense that don't have it. I think like 2 or 3. And if he hits the right place at the right time, he could be gone off a broken tackle. I think a guy like Chris Olave, man, gotta be on a squad. He's a very, very good card. And also, now when you do your rookie mirrors, you get a B&D set back. So you could actually get him B&D. That's kind of dope. Number 2, I know he's not gettable yet, but this is my final wide receiver top 10 of the year. And I believe this Thursday or Friday when it updates is the time you'll actually be able to first get him. He is 99 speed, 6'3". This card is amazing. Keon Coleman. I really do think you could argue him over number 1. He gets 3, on the LTD version at least, he gets 3 X factors built in. He gets double me, which like I said, you need. I don't think stacking, these two kind of suck because max security is like whatever when you already have double me. Maybe they stack and just completely destroy bottleneck. I don't know. We haven't tried that yet until we get the card, but he also does get yak him up. So having yak him up and double me while being 6'3", 99 speed, and also on top of that, yes, he does get normal abilities too. I think you can go ahead and, yeah, route tech right there. Then you get your jukebox. He's insane, man. Keon Coleman's a dog. I cannot wait to play with him probably next year because I don't know if I'm ever going to get this card, to be honest. And at number 1, this card came out when I was not in town. I was at Nashville, and I looked back and I saw this card, and I was like absolutely shocked. There's one glaring negative. We all see it, 97 speed. But like I said, if you are buying the best wide receiver in the game, you better put the effort forward, especially for the price you're getting him. He's 1.8 mil right now. You got to get that speed up. It's super, super easy to do. It's very cheap to do as well. And there's a reason why, boys. He also gets a lot of team chems too. Double me kills the bottleneck, and then also Vanguard. So he's great for runners, he's great for passers, and he also gets route tech and a yak 'em up. Yeah, I mean, need I say more? Need I say more? Hey, boys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. I love doing top 10s, especially when they're very, very hard to do like that. The wide receiver list is juicy, and that's the final one of Madden 24, man. It's been fun. I love top 10s. We only got a couple more. Obviously, we'll do some fun videos in this last month until the new game comes out, but the top 10 wide receivers officially gone, man. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, boys.